Hello, all you jungle savages. Welcome to the crypto jungle. My name is Blue the Bear, and here on the stream we talk about crypto, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and all things Wyckoff. Want to take a look at an interesting report here, news report. So why don't we dive into that? Hit subscribe, do all the things, you know what to do. U.S. regulators tout to aggressively police crypto in new report. So basically, this is an article that is written in regards to the enforcement of the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. They're saying that 20% of their enforcement actions was aimed towards the digital markets of 2022. So it's kind of interesting, you know, we're seeing the whole regulators are just moving backwards. Like they put the cart before the horse, you know, like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange has, you know, they have futures on Bitcoin. It's like a lot of these products are available on the market to Americans, and people are trying to go after them with enforcement, but there's no rules specifically written for these digital assets that have a varying degree of different categories. It's not just all crypto. So you can't just have, you know, some cryptos are commodities, some cryptos are properties, other cryptos are currencies. They're not just all basketed into the same thing. So, you know, there's a lot of wasted money and a lot of wasted efforts going towards enforcement with laws that don't exist. But this one does specifically cite taking action against Bitfinex. For those who don't know, Bitfinex is the company that manages Tether, yet another piece that's putting pressure and speculation towards the holdings of Tether. I can't believe that Tether keeps on surviving, honestly. It's amazing that they've been able to keep this, you know, fucking scheme going on for so long. But anyways, Tether is still a thing. If you guys are concerned about a stable coin, I think that, you know, from a regulation point of view, Circle is a lot more compliant and working with the regulators and is really kind of, you know, set up to be accepted as a stable coin in the eyes of the law. So that's USDC. Tether keeps on being Tether, and there's always going to be FUD thrown at Tether. Hey, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, let's get into the charts, because this is all fine and dandy. But yeah, I just found it interesting. I found it interesting that we're kind of getting close. We're getting close to regulatory clarity. Once regulatory clarity comes in, two things are going to happen. Crypto is going to be a lot less crypto. It's going to be a lot less anonymous. It's going to be a lot less cypherpunky. It's going to be a lot harder for you to maintain those qualities. And second, we're probably going to spark off a bull market. You know, there's a lot of money on the sidelines that just doesn't want to get involved because it's a fucking headache. It's a nightmare. It's like, well, you can do this, but you can't do that. But there's no rules that say otherwise. And there's like a turf war between the CFTC and the SEC, and like, there's no fucking clarity. So you have a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. I find that kind of interesting. Clarity, the double-edged sword of crypto. Let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. So we didn't stream at the beginning of the week here. I am actually long Bitcoin right now. I don't want everybody to jump in their seat and get too excited here. I'm not heavily positioned. I just thought that I would share with you that I am technically long Bitcoin right now. But it's not really, you know, as every day goes by, I feel less and less convicted that it's actually going to move up. I was expecting kind of a retail rally. Fundamentals of the macroeconomic environment are still incredibly bearish, and I haven't wavered on that. I'm still very bearish on the market overall. But all the indicators are really, really oversold. Sentiment is incredibly bearish. So I was entertaining the idea that we could possibly go for a little bit of a retail rally, maybe to the top of the channel, up to 30K, who knows? But yeah, as it stands right now, movement and follow through with that is very lackluster. Let's go back down to the 4-hour chart. This is what I'm looking at from a Wyckoff perspective. We had this kind of move down, this fake out breakout to the downside. It didn't print a new low, and we got bought up quite heavily. You can see the volume coming in right here. Is my pen tool gonna work? Yeah, you can see the volume that came in right here and this spring action. It didn't form what I would consider to be a very strong sign of strength, but this move right here is definitely a sign of strength. Then it came down and tested as a last point of support. That's where I went long, and currently below the area of where I went long. Tested the top of the channel, and now testing this mean of this downward sloping line of resistance here that we've also been watching for a while. So that's getting a little messy. So, you know, it's purely a technical trade, purely a technical move. Like I said, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I think honestly we have like another year of we certainly have the rest of this year to print. I still maintain the position that I think we will print the low of the market this year. Whether that is a new leg down or not is yet to be seen, but yeah. And then next year is just going to be chop. It's going to be chop. So all of 2023 is just going to be chop. Doesn't mean that you can't make money in chop. It just means that it's very hard and you need to know what the fuck you were doing. It's not going to be like shooting fish in a barrel like it is in a bull market. All right, let's take a look at the comments here. So good morning, Titty Coin. The bond market will break everything. Spread in between the 10-year and 2-year bonds widens every month. US 10-year, US 02, where the 2-year just broke a potential bearish divergence on weekly RSI. Yeah, a lot of people very bearish on the fucking economy. Very bearish on the long-term yields of the treasury. So we can take a look at that in a moment. Sammy JFK, good morning. Blue the Bear, good morning, Sammy. I was going to take a look at Ethereum, but there's really, you know, I don't care. Ethereum is nothing. You know, Bitcoin is almost something, but it's still nothing. And Ethereum is also nothing. What I do want to take a look at is the DXY. So the dollar, we have this trend line through the middle of the dollar here. If we break below this trend line, that could signal the beginning of a possible reversal here. You know, we do have a high and a lower high. If that continues and prints a lower low, so if we get a structure like this, we have our high, our low, our lower high. If we get a lower low, this would be a really good signal that we're at least going to consolidate for a little bit. To summarize, basically the most important chart that you should be looking at right now is the DXY, in my opinion. Everything balances on the shoulders of the DXY. If we can get below this trend line right here, I think that could, you know, bring pause to the market, and we could have assets begin to catch up a little bit. If that happens, it's going to be really good for equities. We're going to see positive price action in the NASDAQ. You're going to see positive price action in the S&P 500. And then subsequently, not because crypto is bullish, but as a result of that bullishness, you will see bullishness in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. But it's last to the table. You know, people don't have an appetite for risk right now. So really just focus on what's going on with the dollar, and you're probably in a good space. As long as this trend keeps making higher highs and higher lows, it's going to be very hard to be a bull. Stop trying to be a bull when this is making higher highs and higher lows. And if you are going to be a bull, be a weak, emaciated bull. Let me show you what kind of a bull you should be. Shared this. This is the kind of bull you got to be. Be this bull. That's as bullish as you should be. So with that, we will close things out. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for watching. If you want the most secure Bitcoin only crypto wallet, you can get $10 off the Foundation Passport, video coming. And if you want to join the crypto traders group, private VIP, you can take a look at the link tree, scan that QR code right there. That's all the time I got. Do the things, share the stuff, and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the weekend. Please trade safe. It is jungle out there. Peace.